the School of Agriculture Student Association, SASA. These students have been participating in various activities. He has spent enormous time and resources in making sure that the campus becomes greener. So Mr. Sisi, thank you for the invaluable effort that you have made as far as changing the landscape of this college is concerned. Thank another lecturer, Mr. Malang Jaju. I must also Malang also have been helping to a great extent in beautifying our environment. So Malang, I am grateful and we are grateful as an institution. I deliberately choose these two, not because the other staff have not been doing other things, but these people have been exceptional throughout the year. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the staff have been in the thick of things in turning the image of the college from a place where hope was lost to where currently it is. We have been in the crusade of re-imaging the Gambia College. And this re-imaging includes both in terms of quality and also in our participation as far as outreach activities are concerned. Today we are celebrating these graduates thanks to the commitment and hard work of the staff of this. Thank you, colleagues. On links and partnership, the School of Nursing has established a link with Linus Palm University, and they were able to provide tuition-free scholarships for staff to do the online masters at the university. And 5 lecturers at the School of Nursing has completed their masters, and a couple of lecturers are still doing some programs in health, in human health and sustainability in a multicultural society. And a couple of them also have been given the opportunity to visit Sweden as a result of this partnership. They've also signed a new partnership agreement with the Indian University group, that is Saraswati group of colleges. And hopefully our staff and students will benefit from further training with these links that we are establishing. Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Windesheim University in Holland has been a strong partner with the Gambia College and have been instrumental in staff and student exchange. And currently, as I am speaking, 2 of our staff are there on a 2-week exchange program. And they are working closely with other foundations, such as the Foundation Buganala, the Foundation Dohantu in the Netherlands. And they have been helping in providing us with laptops, computers, and other teaching and learning materials that have helped the Gambia College over the years. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, recently the World Digital Education Alliance recognized the efforts that we have made and have now accepted Gambia College as a member of the World Digital Education Alliance. On the challenges, Mr. Chairman, honorable ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the main challenge Gambia College continues to grapple with is the finances. Our tuition fee is the lowest as far as tertiary and higher education is concerned, but our students still struggle to pay for their tuition fee as a result of their backgrounds and other constraints. And getting the monies that are owed to the college from the ministries also has been a daunting challenge. So on paper, we may have a lot of money, but in practice, we are still struggling converting those paper monies into cash that we can use to run this institution the way we want it. Transportation. Transportation remains a key challenge in all the schools. Our fleet of vehicles that we are given some 5 years ago are now getting old, and frequent breakdown with high cost of maintenance is bogging down our resources. The School of Nursing that already has opened a campus in Buyam and are constantly on clinical only have one pickup. And when that pickup goes on a 1-month community-based practice, the school has to run its program using staff resources. And Honorable Minister, we will want you to intervene and mobilize resources so that we will be able to continue to do our work unhindered, as we are in every school in this country, we are in every hospital in this country, and our public health officers have to reach out on different places. So if you look at the amount of tracking that we have to do, even 10 pickups would be too small for those activities. On infrastructure, as we are progressing towards the transformation, it is worth noting that the infrastructure, particularly on our Banjul and Bedkama campus, will need a lot of revamping. There has been some efforts as far as the improvement of the infrastructure is concerned. But because infrastructure is a high cost, we will love government, philanthropists, donor agencies to come to our aid and modernize our teaching and learning facilities so that we will be able to compete with all universities in this country and other universities in the sub-region and the world at large, because we are the builders of this nation. Without us, this nation is doomed. We are responsible for the training of the students at the critical stage, that is at the ECD level. So if we do not provide the best quality teachers, if the ECD fails, the primary school fails. If the primary fails, the secondary fails. If the secondary fails, the colleges and university fails. And if they fail, the nation fails. We are also responsible for managing the critical health sector. Our nurses and public health officers are virtually running this health system, even though we have medical doctors. But without them, there would be no in this country. So as people that are responsible for training those institutions, it is important that we are provided with the requisite resources to be able to effectively run these programs and provide the nation with the quality that we all yearn for. On teaching and learning resources, The limited and sometimes out-of-touch teaching and learning resources remain a challenge for both staff and students, and this includes access to the digital library, smart classrooms, improved ICT infrastructure, amongst others. Specialized laboratories are also needed, especially now that you have so many training institutions that are training nurses, and the patient to nurse ratio is too high for our nurse trainees to be able to access the patients, so that there was need for us to have a mute lab at the School of Nursing, so that the students would do some of the practicals using simulation rather than going into congested health facilities to be able to deliver what we are training them on. And this cuts across the board at public health, at agriculture, and at education. Water supply. Water supply remains a challenge, even though some progress has been made with the establishment of additional boreholes on our Birkama and Basse campuses. But the Banjul campus, we are not able to establish borehole thanks to the nature of the island. But the pressure at the Banjul campus remains a challenge, and students, especially those that are living in the upper floor, have to come down, collect water, and move up with it, and that takes a lot of their time. The School of Agriculture, in collaboration with the School of Education, are at the verge of starting a new garden site. And the only thing that is holding them currently is water supply, because the amount of water that we have is not enough to provide adequate water facilities for the new garden. In conclusion, I must take this opportunity to thank members of the Governing Council. They have been very instrumental, as you've heard in the speech of the chairman, to make sure that what we have been tasked as an institution by the nation, we fulfill it. We have been having regular meetings, regular consultations, and I must thank all the members for making sure that we do exactly what we are supposed to do. And we have promised as a staff, as a chairman, it's a promise that we will make sure that the contract that you sign between Council and the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology to deliver on our mandate, we will make sure that we deliver on our mandate and probably surpass it. I must take this opportunity to thank the Ministry of Basic Education, the Ministries of Health, the Ministry of Health, Agriculture, and all other ministries, including the Security Service, for sponsoring the students and also from time to time providing additional resources. We are grateful. To the graduates, today you are leaving us, but you must remember that as our alumni, it is also your responsibility, wherever you may find yourself, to remember your alma mater and mobilize resources, either as a class or as ex-students, to improve on what you've left here, so that the difficulties that you have faced while you were here, your colleagues will no longer face them, because you would be at a better position to provide additional resources. We are appointing you as ambassadors at large for the Gambia College. I must take this opportunity to congratulate all of you, those here present and those that are not able to come as a result of other engagement, for having done enough to pass through this institution that sometimes you could name as, instead of calling it Gambia College, you call it Gambia Colliata. So the collier is almost finished as far as you are now on your gowns, but to help alleviate the collier that you used to call us, that we are difficult, please mobilize resources and come to the aid of your colleagues who cannot pay their tuition fee. Come to the aid of other colleagues, stationery, or even accommodation. And I know you can do it. I know you will do it. So I wish to draw my speech close here and thank all those that have supported us, especially our donors for this program. And I must single out a few of them. And Access Bank. Access Bank we are not banking with Access Bank. In fact, they don't have a branch in Birkama. They just visited my office a few days ago. And when we told them that we have a graduation, they came out with full force. And you will see that in addition to the donation that they have given to Gambia College, they even said they are going to give something to somebody that they would announce when the time comes. So please extend our gratitude to your MD and the staff of Access Bank. For GTU CCU, the baby of our Honorable Minister, who was one of the pioneers and has led the growth of GTU CCU up to the time that he was appointed minister. They have been surprising us and continue to surprise us. So we are grateful. And Honorable Minister, even though you are at the other end, your institution is still doing well. And all other donors, including individuals, like EE Electronics, we are grateful. So thank you all for your kind attention.
Thank you, Mr. Principal. All said and done. When administrators speak, it becomes difficult to summarize what they said. But it ranges from the various institutions under his capacity as leader, the 4 schools, the staff, the outreach campuses, the undeniable support and continuity of council in guiding in terms of policy, the unwavering looking at what they've gone through at Gambia College and having a nickname. But thank God you've entered and you are now going to serve. Despite the difficulty, you've managed to weather the storm. You also lamented the challenges and the infrastructure gain and its gaps. The move of staff into terminal degrees as we yearn for the universities to come up. The provision of and in terms of other resources for service delivery to be measured in terms of agreement with the ministry. So in essence, these are the key areas. And he has not forgotten his family, which is key as the primary unit of society. That they stand behind him for him to be staying here for that long hours to make sure he gives the leadership guide. So Mr. Principal, on behalf of all students and staff of Gambia College, we also thank you for that leadership and magnanimity for being there to guide us. Thank you. I now have the chance and through the order of the ceremony to invite the Honorable Minister of Higher Education, but I understand he's been represented by Honorable Babukar Usmaila Juf, the current Minister of Trade, Industry, Employment, as his representative. And he is also a product of Gambia College. But you heard the principal saying he did his mark at the GTU-CCU in uplifting perhaps that category of that sector of society, millions from low financial ability to better financial ability. After the thought came just at an Atayavu, the GTU-CCU was born. So as A.F. Sumaka would say, small is beautiful. I urge all to read that book. Small is beautiful. From small things, great things can be born. Honorable Minister of Trade, Industry and Employment, we are giving you 2,809 today. So I hope your data will go up, that we are turning out 2,808 students or graduates to be employed. Another sleepless night for you to think over, together with your minister who delegated you. But since it falls under your portfolio, and you are to address this graduating community on his behalf, I now invite Honorable Babukar Juf to address the gathering. Honorable Minister. Welcome. Yes.
Honorable Minister of Youth and Sport, my colleague Bakari Baji, Chairman of Gambia College, Governing Council, and other council members here present, development partners of the Gambia government here present, principal, staff, and students of Gambia College, both graduating students and continuing students. I wish to single out Dr. under the auspices of the MIC Holland Foundation. So we'll ever be grateful to Dr. Henrietta Sonko. Venerable religious leaders here present, postgraduates, the day is yours, the media, not forgetting the guest speaker, Dr. Mama Sawane, your brother whose mark I actually experienced a couple of times, but I had the pleasure this morning to spend nothing short of an hour discussing with him, so I'm happy to be here to listen to you. Professor Mustafa Fani was my supervisor at the University of the Gambia, where I was an actual lecturer in performance management, so I'm happy to see him progressing. But of course, before I go into the statement given to me by my friend and brother, Professor Pierre Gomez, Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, I have no option but to confirm what the MC for the occasion just said. 35 years ago, I was in a gown sitting at the graduation ceremony of the Gambia College. I graduated from the Gambia College PTC 89. I'm proud to be from the best class ever. Gambia College best class ever, 1989 batch. So for you, I think that is enough inspiration that a teacher from 35 years ago today addresses his graduation on behalf of Professor Gomez as Minister in charge of employment, which is the next thing, because I'm your next post. It is deeply gratifying to be associated with the Gambia College as you mark yet another milestone in the provision of quality tertiary and higher education to the citizens. This is a remarkable achievement of turning out well-trained graduates to fill the middle-level manpower needs of the economy in areas of education, health, and agriculture. I am therefore grateful for inviting me to this year's graduation ceremony, and I extend warm greetings from His Excellency the President of the Republic, Adam Barrow, and his government. Allow me also to express gratitude to His Excellency the President and government for making education a high priority in its development agenda. Let me equally take this opportunity to welcome all dignitaries, staff, students, parents, and graduates for gracing this auspicious occasion. We are gathered here today to witness the graduation of 2,000 fields of study within the 4 schools of the college. That is to say, and public and environmental health. The continued Gambia College and its partners is indeed a laudable achievement. The primary aim of the ministry is to ensure that the required support is provided to the college to not only deliver graduates but to build highly skilled and entrepreneurial personnel that can compete both in the domestic labor market and globally, and consequently have a fulfilled livelihood. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, through the strategic plan 2021-2025, the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology has been implementing the transformative agenda of the tertiary and higher education sector. One of the main goals of the transformation is to upgrade public tertiary institutions into degree awarding. It is in this spirit that the government of the Gambia is committed to transforming the Gambia College into the new University of Education. In accordance with the Tertiary and Higher Education Act 2016, the Gambia College will be transformed to deliver degree programs as well as its traditional education programs, and will change its name to the Gambia University of Education, GUE. As part of the transformation, the School of Agriculture, Nursing and Public, the School of Agriculture, Nursing and Public and Environmental Sciences, Medicine and Allied Health Sciences of the University of the Gambia will respectively be integrated. Furthermore, programs and resources of the School of Education and of the University of the Gambia will be integrated in the Gambia College School of Education to form the new University of Education. Against this backdrop, the Ministry developed a transformation roadmap which was approved by Cabinet, thereby endorsing the establishment of the University of Education. Currently, the Ministry has established and inaugurated a committee to develop the implementation plan of the roadmap. The overall objective of this committee is to develop a comprehensive plan for the establishment of the Gambia University of Education. This includes issues of governance, human resources, curriculum, programs, facilities and infrastructure, finance, just to name but a few. What is clear for the new university is that it will endeavor to produce world-class teachers and educationists for the education system in the country. This is a game changer, and the ultimate goal is to ensure quality and nothing but quality. The right candidates will be, with the right qualifications, will be enrolled and trained for the greater good of our society. For those students who will be pursuing their degree programs at the University of Education in future, the National Qualifications Framework has provided a pathway for transitioning from one level of qualification to a higher level. Candidates will be able to benefit from the credit transfer system and will spend less time in university to pursue their bachelor's programs and degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, to the graduating class of 2024, I wish to congratulate you on your achievement and tireless efforts to succeed in your studies. It has been a long journey for most of you to reach this moment of your educational career. With hard work and dedication, you have endured and burned the night candles to realize your dreams. This is worth noting, that your efforts have not been wasted and your rewards will be far greater. Your lecturers and mentors have provided you with the requisite skills and knowledge to be creative thinkers and contribute in addressing societal problems. Your role now is to turn the gesture back to society and be innovative and entrepreneurial agents to wherever you find yourselves. Continue to dream high as you enter the world of work and be ready to learn and share your knowledge with others. This is the only way society can be developed. In order to promote excellence and continuous quality improvement, the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology will offer scholarships to the best graduating students within the 4 schools of the college. Awardees or beneficiaries of this scholarship must be able to secure placement at the University of the Gambia in the first place. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, to conclude, the people of this country and the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology are greatly indebted to the MRC Holland Foundation and Brighter Future Foundation for their relentless support by complementing government's efforts in the provision of quality education. The Gambian people salute you for being true friends and partners in development. You have brought education to the doorsteps of all Gambians, and I wish to thank you heartily on behalf of in making skills acquisition rewarding to Gambians. Gratitude is also extended to the Governing Council, management and staff, students and parents of Gambia College, to all those who have contributed in making this day as colorful and remarkable as it is. The Ministry of Higher Education is equally grateful for the close collaboration with the college and hope to strengthen this relationship for the betterment of our shared goals, particularly in the next level. I thank you all for your kind attention.
Thank you on behalf of everybody gathered here today. That was the Honorable Minister of Trade Employment on behalf of the Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Professor Perdones. When an experienced 35-year graduate reads a professor's speech, it becomes difficult for under 28 graduates of the same institution to make a rundown summary. But I will try. And we don't want to keep the population sitting for long. We all had him and give policy directives or policy directions as minister, where we are heading to clearly. Will become a university, and the acronym GUE, sorry. So, probably in the next few years, people will be with degrees at a less number of years, but other continuing programs will still continue. And I moved on to talk about a good relationship with the partners, both at government level and at institutional level, singling out MRC Holland Foundation, COICA, the World Bank, and every other willing donor to make humanity better in human capital development, and the big chunk of which is the youth of this country. We've also heard him talk about the need for quality and not quantity. And for quality to come, as young Gambians, including the old, we need to endeavor to make sure our brains are always smart. And that can only come in the continuity of reading and expanding and doing research, especially with this day and age of technology. So, Honorable Minister, thank you for making it on behalf of your colleague and all other ministers present with Honorable Bakari Baji for the youth. And I hope he's taking note how youthful this gathering is sitting in front of him. So we thank everybody and we continue to move on quickly so that we end the day earlier than scheduled. At this stage, we are bringing in to address everybody here a personality of quality, since we are talking about quality. This year, the graduation committee with the academic board and management settled for Dr. Mama Sawane. Dr. Sawane's PT is not bulky but is loaded. He's a young man. According to records I have here, he was born on the 16th of September, 1983. He went to schools in the Gambia, Gambia High School from 1999 to 2002, Gambia College, School of Agriculture, 2003 to 2006 with HDA. Then he moved from Asia back to Africa, and West Africa again, next door, Senegambia, Central Job University, in the heart of Dakar, Senegal, called UCA, where he did a PhD in climate change economics between 2016 and 2020. Upon completion of his current positions, his holding as an academic includes the following: of the Gambia, senior lecturer at the University of the Gambia, scientific coordinator for doctoral research program on climate change and he's also head of the environment unit for agriculture and environmental science, UPG. Now, he has gathered some experience over the years. That he became an instructor at the University of the Gambia from 2014 to present day. He is also the project CNSR from July 2023. He was also the acting head of School of Agriculture, Gambia College from 2015 to 2016 March. He became a research assistant at the University of Putra, Malaysia from September 2013 to January 2014. He became lecturer at Gambia College 2008 to 2011 and became a qualified teacher for the Ministry of Basic and Secondary from 2006 to 2008. So he has gathered a wealth of experience over the years. Dr. Mama Sawane is an economist by training, agriculture. And I'm not preempting, but you know the first race has hit the Gambia in the east. And perhaps he knows the statistical data of the arable land of this country, 550,000 hectares. And he knows the youth population of this country to engage in agriculture for economic productivity terms of food self-sufficiency and its related things. So, I'm not preempting, but I'm just whetting your appetite perhaps what is in store to come. I now invite, on behalf of Council, graduates, academic staff of Gambia College, graduating students, I present on behalf of Council and graduating committees, guest speaker, Dr. Mama Sawane, who was a product of Gambia College, today to address you as graduating class. Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. All praises be to Allah, the Most High, the Beneficent. Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, who is unavoidably absent. Minister of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment, Honorable Babukar Ocho. Minister of Sport, Youth and Sport, Honorable Bakari Bachi. You have Chair of the Governing Council, members of the Council, you have Principal of Gambia College and esteemed faculty, Vice Chancellor of the Euclid University, my brother, Professor Fane. You have development partners of the government of the Gambia. We have CFO of the Brikama present, honored guests, our religious leaders present here, graduates of Gambia College, families and friends of graduates, my dear wife present and family, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I say Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to you all. My chair, it is with immense honor and gratitude that I stand before you here today as your guest speaker on this auspicious occasion of the 2024 Gambia College graduation ceremony. Let me do a bit of reflection here, because it's a day of reflection. 21 years ago, I was enrolled as a student of this noble institution. After 18 years, I would say 18 years ago, I was in USU as a graduate. So it's a day of reflection for me. Mr. Chair, graduation is a time of reflection on one's academic journey, how you started, how challenging it was, how persevere and enduring you were, how you have spent and managed your time. A reflection of things you should not have done if given another chance. It is a time of celebration for your achievement, whether proud or not. It is a day of anticipation for what the future holds, the life after school. But most importantly, it is a day of thankfulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala friends, peers, and relatives for the milestone attained. And I believe you've attained a milestone today. My dear, today we are celebrating the art-earned achievements of our distinguished students. In an era where climatic conditions we are used to as normal are no longer the case. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I cannot relate today's graduation ceremony to any other topic other than climate resilient society as a way of helping you to chart a forward course post-graduation. This is to help you to better anticipate what some of the expected contributions from you in championing for environmental sustainability and sanctity. I'm happy during the principal's remark, he recognized two dedicated staff because of their environmental stewardship. So thank you so much. This is in line with my speech today. Mr. Chair, I will raise a question here. How we can safeguard ourselves and the future against the threats associated with climate change, and how resilient can our societies be? Ladies and gentlemen, but before going into this, kindly permit me just give me a few minutes of digression to enable you to share a bit of my personal journey. A story of a humble beginning that shaped and sharpened my understanding of resilience and the importance of community in resilience enhancement. Who knows if you can pick one or two lessons from this. Here it is, my journey. I was born and raised in a small village, Saruja, CRR, where the earth's generosity was a lifeline and where the rhyme of nature dictated our daily lives. My family, like many others, relied solely on farming to sustain ourselves. The land was both a source of sustenance and a teacher of life's greatest lessons and values. As a child, I remembered waking up before dawn to help my parents in the field. We toiled together under the hot sun, planting and harvesting crops, always at the mercy of the weather. There were years of plenty when the rains came on time, and our harvest was bountiful. But there were also years of extreme climate events like droughts and floods, when our crops failed and we faced food shortages, hunger and famine. It was during these times I learned the true meaning of resilience. Mr. Chair,
don't forget your.
In those early years, discipline was instilled in me and my siblings as a core value.
I give it to you, or you give it.
Discipline, you know, is the bedrock of success.